You've spent your whole life on diets, right? So it's no surprise that when a new interesting diet pops up on your radar, it feels like a day after Thanksgiving sale. You have to have it, right? You enter the realm of the quote, one last diet or one last try that you've been in so many times. This one has to work, doesn't it? It's okay if you've been there, and it's totally okay if you're right now. It's really scary to leave the only way that you've ever truly known how to control food. And if you're feeling like you want to find another diet, meal plan, or anything that will help you lose the weight and feel in control around food, can I ask if you'll just hang out with me just for today? Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and I am here to help you become a woman of wellness by healing your relationship with food and loving the body you're in right now. And today I am here to help you feel empowered, to shout a big fat no to all the diets that are tempting you to come back to them like a kid begging for a toy in Toy Story. You are on a new journey now, but it's a little scary and probably a bit unfamiliar. So if you're feeling like you want to go back on another diet to help you get control over food again, today's video is just for you. Today we are going to learn how exactly to reject the diet mentality. But what is the diet mentality? It's your brain wired to see the next exciting thing for weight loss. It's going back to old habits that have been ingrained in you as long as you've been dieting, which could be months, years, or maybe your whole life. And as a really quick side note, the desire to seek out a diet can often come when big life transitions come into place, such as growing up, moving away, getting a new job, a new marriage, having struggles in your marriage, and so much more. Dieting brings in this level of excitement, a feeling of change, and sometimes even feelings of hope. But with those feelings of hope come fear of disappointment and failure, and pretty consistently false hope. And because I'm willing to guess that dieting has never really brought lasting happiness to your life, would you agree? So how do we reject that diet mentality? First, let's take a cold, hard look at the facts of dieting and the damage that it can cause. And I want you to remember the definition of dieting is the practice of eating the food in a regulated and supervised fashion, which is usually used to lose weight or gain weight or whatever. But the truth is, dieting is a trigger for overeating. Instead of being in control over food, dieting actually makes you give up control. You're only allowed a certain kind or amount of food, so when you stray from that plan, you lose all of that control, right? How many times have you gone on a binge as a result of messing up your diet? Biologically, dieting decreases metabolism, makes your body hold on to fat, and even puts you in some danger zone for cardiac disease. But I think, truthfully, more importantly than the biological effects are the psychological effects. What emotions have you experienced as a result of starting and ending a diet? I imagine they are all over the place, but ultimately, don't they lead to a loss of self-trust? A woman in wellness has confidence in who she is and trust in her ability to nourish her body in the way that she needs. Doesn't that sound amazing? So instead of focusing on these negative feelings of the past, I want to take today and move forward and bring positive feelings of real hope, real excitement, and real happiness that can come when you truly give up dieting in your life for good. So what are some exciting things about becoming an intuitive eater? My favorite is that no food is off limits. I can literally eat whatever I want. It absolutely feels so freeing to know that if I want the cookie, I can have it, and I can enjoy it totally guilt-free. And that also means sometimes I want the broccoli too, and I don't have to eat it because it's required, but because I actually want to. Some other exciting things I love about intuitive eating is not worrying about numbers, not worrying about food at parties or restaurants. Have you been there? Knowing I have to have tools to deal with my emotions without turning to food every time. And if you need help with this, I have a free course called Overcoming Emotional Eating, and it's linked in the description below. And ultimately, my favorite is just enjoying food. What would it feel like if you could truly enjoy food again? Because food is often paired with exciting life events such as celebrations with family, friends, out to dinner, maybe drinks with your girlfriends while you share your life stories together, holidays, family, friends, and even something as simple as maybe a donut run with a cute little 4-year-old who always gets the ones with the sprinkle on it. Can you tell that's my life stage right now? Food is meant to be enjoyed. It doesn't have to be rigid. It doesn't have to be counted. You don't even always have to eat when you're biologically hungry. You can eat for enjoyment. You can eat more one day and less the next. You can eat when you're hungry and you could stop when you're full. Intuitive eating is what I like to call food freedom. So, how do you say no to one more of those diets, and how do you get rid of that false hope that dieting brings? I have one exercise for you I want you to try today. And every time you find yourself wanting to diet or restrict food or anything that messes with that happy relationship you want with food, this is what you need to do. I want you to create your vision of relationship with food. It's simple, simple. In whatever way you retain the information best, so written it out or imagining it in your mind, I want you to see what it looks like as an intuitive eater. Create your own vision of a woman of wellness. Come up with all of the details. Create scenarios that you want to see play out. Bring excitement and joy into your vision. This is so exciting for me to even talk about. I'm so excited to be here. I want to help you get rid of your limiting beliefs, get rid of your shoulds, your can'ts, or that's impossible, because they have no place in your vision. What does an ideal day with food look like for you? What does an ideal life with food look like? Write out those physical events as well as how you were feeling emotionally. How does it feel to go out to a place where food is plentiful? How do you envision interacting with the food and interacting with the people? What's going on in your brain at the moment? Remember, this is your vision of the future, not the past, not what feelings and emotions have happened previously, but how you want them to look from here on out. What kinds of foods do you enjoy daily? What makes you feel best? How do you like to indulge, guilt-free? How does food fuel your biological needs? And then how does it fuel your emotional needs? How do you engage in self-care when things get stressed or hard? What do you use to cope? How do you interact with your family, your friends? How do you interact with your body? And what do you see in the mirror? What beauty can you find? I want you to remember that you are a woman of wellness and are beautiful no matter what size or frustrations you feel with your body. What beauty can you find in the here and now? Be as detailed as possible, and as you create your vision, remember that by eliminating food as a stress in your life, it opens the door for so many possibilities for growth and development. You might not even realize how much your relationship with food and subsequently your relationship with your body has held you back in other aspects of your life. I want you to imagine breaking free from those chains. That's what making peace with food is about and has power to change all areas of your life. I wish you the best in your vision creation, and please remember to go through it each and every day, and especially on the days you feel you want to turn back to another diet. It truly has the power to change your life. You are truly amazing, and I am so glad you're here. I will see you in the next video.